It's that time again! Thanks for tuning in! I'm your host, the Joker. Harley! Harley! You see? Let's get to know our legendary contestants.
As a Lord of Order, I have walked countless worlds, witnessing the birth and death of a million civilizations. I am Dr. Fate, and I stand at the threshold between light and dark. Now, as the scales tip from order to chaos and back again, I too must ask, what fate awaits us now?
Welcome to DCUO Legends Spotlight. My name is Jemmy, and our Legends hero today will be Dr. Fate. Nabu, who is a kind of spirit or entity, resides within the Golden Helm, thus classic of the Dr. Fate ensemble. He is the Lord of Order and requires a living host that is able to be compatible with magic, whether it be male or female, so that the Lord of Chaos can be kept at bay. The original Dr. Fate is best known to be Kent Nelson, who was also a founding member of the Justice Society of America. Now that we know a little bit more about Dr. Fate's origins, let's go ahead and take a look at him in-game. Dr. Fate's movement is flight, allowing him to avoid taking the stairs. Was that a bit corny? Moving along. With that, his weapons he uses are the hand blasters. So if you're really good at using hand blasters, Dr. Fate might be a character that you want to look into. Fateful Blast is the first skill on Dr. Fate's loadout, where he shoots a ray and knocks back your foes, dealing damage. It is safe to use against blocking targets, but it is a single target as well, meaning that it will only hit one target, intercepting the ray's path. The next skill is Cleansing Blast. Fate unleashes a circular blast away from him, causing his enemies to take damage and be stunned. It is safe to use against blocking targets, but the stunning effect will not apply. Unlike Fateful Blast, Cleansing Blast is an AoE that stuns and damages all nearby targets with its generous range. Dr. Fate is also equipped with a wide-range dot called Circle of Judgment. It is placed where your target is located, affecting the area with a damage over time till the timer on the skill wears off, or your enemy simply moves. It is safe to use against blocking targets and is invulnerable to lunges. Even though Circle of Judgment is placed around a single target, it is still an AoE that places a dot on all enemies within the circle. Displacer Orbs is such a fun skill in my opinion, but it has a hefty cooldown, and that is because a total of 8 orbs fall from the sky on a single target that damages and knocks them back. It actually looks quite funny. The only time when they don't get knocked back or have that crowd control effect on them is if they have broken out and they have an immunity on themselves. Your enemies are still able to move about and attack, however the orbs will still fall, and actually they will follow them around. So if your enemy moves to a different area, the orb will fall on top of them or where they last were. Displacer Orb is safe to use against blocking targets, and the knockback effect will not be applied. However, that condition only remains constant as long as your enemy continues to hold that block. Once the block is released, the knockback effect on that next orb will apply itself. And lastly, this skill is essentially a single target skill. However, if the orb falls and other enemies are nearby the intended target, they will also suffer the knockback and damage. The last two skills on Dr. Fate's loadout are summons, starting with the Sentinel of Punishment, where Dr. Fate calls out a brawling pet to aid him in the fight. The Sentinel of Punishment lasts until the timer wears off or either its life bar has been depleted. The second summons is the Sentinel of Justice, which is another brawling pet, however this time with a twist. The Sentinel of Justice casts on Dr. Fate a chant called the Edifying Chant that buffs Fate while releasing an AoE dot that damages and debuffs foes that are nearby while the chant is active. So just to show a little bit better, we see the Edifying Chant goes off right there, and on the Two-Face we see the dot continuing to go off as well. Two-Face called out its minions or goons or pets, and they are continuing to have that damage proc as the Edifying Chant is still on Dr. Fate. Once chant wears off, that's when the dots wear off as well. Now if the Sentinel of Justice recasts Edifying Chant, then the dots will resume. As for the summons, only one summon can be out on the field at a time, meaning that while the Sentinel of Justice is out and then you want to call upon the Sentinel of Punishment, Justice will retreat back into, I guess, the world of the unknown. And then vice versa. So if you call upon Justice again, then Punishment will disappear. If you call upon Punishment again, then Justice will disappear. So that about wraps up Dr. Fate. Overall, Fate has great group fight potential with the large area dots, as well as pets to help push your team over the edge. I hope you guys enjoyed another DCUO Legends Spotlight, and in case you missed the last Spotlight, I'll go ahead and leave the easy link in the center here. If you would like to stay updated with all the latest videos, please subscribe with the link on top. Stay connected with me via Facebook, Twitter, and much more social media outlets with all the convenient links listed in the description box below. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you later. Bye bye!